do your performance final. There are going to be some things that you need to turn in today to prove to me that you've been working on your performance final. So, let's go ahead and get started. What is compound interest? Do we remember the formula for that?
1 plus rate over B.
Okay, so we've got principal times 1 plus the rate divided by the number of times it happens in a year raised to the number of times it happens in a year times years. Yeah. Simple interest, we've got P plus P times R times T. Yeah. Compounded continuously, that's going to be P times E raised to the RT. Remember, E is just a number. It's kind of like pi. Okay. Consumer price index. What did y'all put for that one? Good. What is consumer price index? Yes, it is the thing that has the table. So it looks like, okay, so that's when we're using like that percent increase normally. So I would put this formula again here. And I would put percent increase. But yes, you're right. It's the one with like the table. And it's like, here's all of the months of the year. This is what was charged for these items, right? And then principal amount is how much the initial value was. And sometimes principal can be how much you're borrowing on a loan. Sometimes it can be how much you deposited into a bank account. So it just depends on the situation. Questions on those? Okay, that was like a basic recap of Unit 1. Okay. All right, go ahead and go to Unit 1, question 3 and 4. Unit 1, question 3 and 4. Nia is 20 years old. Okay, he's 62 inches tall with a weight of 135 pounds. What is her BMI? So remember, we've got to convert kilograms and meters. We know that 2.2 pounds is equal to 1 kilogram, and 39.4 inches is equal to 1 meter. Okay, you kind of need to know those already. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take 62 and divide it by 39.4, and we're going to take 135 and divide it by 2.2. And that's going to give me 61.363. And this is going to give me 1.5736. You kind of want to go to like 4 decimal places. Don't round until the very end, because otherwise it's going to change your answer just a little. Okay, so we're going to divide them. So 61.363 divided by 1.5736 squared. Bless you. And when we put that in our calculator, bless. We get 24.8 roughly. 24.8 as our BMI. Biggest mistake that people make is they put the squared around the whole thing instead of just around the bottom. So make sure that when you type it in, that you just have that squared on the bottom. Okay, have you tried number 4? I got 1 person, yes. The rest of you haven't tried it. Again, I can just give this to you and assign it and call it a day. I would like for you to try it and check our answers as we're going along, so it's not all of the work on you. So go ahead and take a moment, try number 4. Convert to inches and then divide. Convert to inches. When you do this, you should have converted from 6'2" to 74 inches. And then you divide your waist by your height. A lot of us like to flip it. If it's anything bigger than 1, when you divide, then you did it wrong. Okay? So when you divide this, you should get 0.5 You could say 5.27 or 5.3. Okay. Anything over 0.5 is considered unhealthy. Yeah. Questions on that one? Okay.
That was the way to feel right?
Right. On your adulting unit 4 project. So again, your adulting unit 4 is due today. Okay. I need it by 3 p.m. so I can start grading them and get them in on time. Okay. Turn in something. Like you turn something in, you get a 50. That doesn't mean turn in a blank piece of paper. Okay. So please, please, please turn something in. Otherwise, you need to be working on your performance final. Before you leave today, I need you to make sure that you have your menu done and you should have started your itemized spreadsheet. You should have this one, so the recipe list done. Recipe, I can't spell, and I think that's spelled wrong. Recipe list, so that's this orange document. Okay, and then you should also have started filling in the Excel spreadsheet with all of your items, how much they cost. I don't expect that to be done today because that takes probably the longest time. Okay, so at least have 2 things done. At least. Probably need to have 3 things done. If you plan on retaking tomorrow, you need to have your performance final done today because you won't have time to do both the test and the performance final tomorrow. Okay, so use your time wisely. If you are stuck on something or you have a question about something, bring it to me. We can talk about it and then we can go from there. Okay, is everybody good? Does everybody know what they need to work on? Okay, we'll be pulling a couple of people to just kind of have some conversations about like, hey, this is what you need to do to improve your grade, or hey, you need to come see me during line time. Okay, so go ahead and get